All right, as Russian troops close in on Kyiv, a British math teacher and his fiancée and several colleagues were able to escape the city using their school's minibus. But after safely dropping those colleagues off, Paul and his fiancée decided to turn around and go help more people evacuate. Wow. Paul Hodgson joins us now with more on his journey. Paul, thanks for being here. We just showed, you probably couldn't see it, we just showed a map of the route that you took. Yes. With every passing day, that route gets more precarious, yet you're planning to continue to do it. Why?
Well, we're staying here. We haven't got the bus now, but we're staying here in Ternopil. The bus has gone back to Chernivtsi now because there are people there who need to get across the border to Moldova and Romania. So it's best placed there to help the people who are near to that area. But certainly it was tricky getting across the country. Lots of checkpoints, as you can imagine. Lots of danger, really, in terms of the roads and what you're expecting. But you know, it needed to be done. We needed to get our colleagues across the border to Moldova, and we managed to get 16 of them out all together. So yeah, it was very much well worth doing.
Good for you, making your contribution. As you crisscross the countryside of Ukraine, what does it look like? Talk to me about the fortifications or the readiness of Ukrainians who, you know, just 2 weeks ago were not carrying rifles. Now we hear, you know, they are.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see. Obviously, everybody has been armed that can be armed. But when you're traveling around and driving on the roads, even all of the back roads, pretty much every intersection that you come across, every small village, everybody is chipping in to dig up earthworks and make defences, concrete blocks, tree trunks, sand, earth, whatever you might find that could make some sort of defensive position. But it's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. So you can imagine, as if and when Russian troops, you know, penetrate deeper into the country, there's going to be massive resistance absolutely everywhere. It's something to see. It's absolutely something to see. Everybody has either picked up a weapon or is kind of helping out to make defences along the way.
Paul, is the sense one of desperation? Is it fortitude? Is it some level of optimism that they can hold off the Russians? I mean, when you get a sense of talking to Ukrainians who are, you know, the Red Army effectively is staring them down, what's their mentality?
I wouldn't say desperation. I'd say there's definitely a pride in fighting for your homeland, and that's something that I guess that's an element that the invader doesn't have. So yeah, there is a stoicism in that people are going around about their daily lives as best as they can, and for the most part, where you can, you'll see life going on as normal. You start to get the signs that things are starting to bite a bit. Shop shelves are starting to empty. Diesel, petrol is starting to get very short supply at the pumps, if indeed you can find a garage that's got any. But certainly, I think there's an element of pride in what these people are doing here. Everybody is determined not to give in and to fight to the last. And the things I'm seeing from that country, I mean, I follow the news coming in from all over the place. So, you know, even cities like Kherson that have been they're under Russian control now. But even now, with that, the spirit of the Ukrainian people is just amazing to watch, and I think they're anything but down and out.
Well, they're in our prayers, and we appreciate you sharing your story today and all the contributions you have made. Paul Hodgson, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers.